Hi everybody. So today's stretch class will be using, if you have accessible couple of therapy balls, you can use tennis balls, pinky balls, or tune-up balls like so. So a couple of those if possible. And if you have either like a softball or even like a pillow, that will work. Just for a couple things I want to do for the back. So again, squishy ball or something soft like a pillow will be fine. So if you want to grab that, this would be great. And also have a strap or belt or towel handy. Okay, so we'll get started. We'll actually start on the back. So I'm going to focus today on a little bit on the upper body first, and then we'll work down the body. Okay, so just start lying down. Okay, and just knock your knees in towards each other, feet wide, and roll the shoulders down. Okay, so just take a couple moments here to settle, to push away whatever happened this morning before you showed up on your mat. Okay, so let's just take a mental check-in with the body, noticing maybe any tension in the upper body. So allow the shoulders to drop. And check in with your mid-back, that thoracic area. Start releasing the shoulder blades down. And we'll work on that area as well today. And then the low back. Notice if there's any tightness in that space. And allow the pelvis to just drop as the knees knock in, inner thighs, they roll down. Okay, and let's stretch your arms overhead. Take your knees to point up and stretch both legs out. Okay, so arms reach overhead, lace the fingers, and then stretch the back of the palms to the back, your heels to the front. Just give yourself some traction right now. Sides of the waist, so we'll also work on some side bending at some point. So try to get a little stretch into those into the side of your back. All right, and then from here, let's go ahead and grab the right knee. So both hands, pull the knee towards your chest. And just bring that right knee across from right to left. Just softening right in that hip flexor area, right in the front of your hip. And then circle the knee one direction. And then reverse. Again, drive that knee to your chest. And switch. Right leg down, straighten the leg, and your left knee to your chest. All right, so super simple, just knee to chest stretch. And again, maybe a little sway side to side, releasing right in that hip flexor area, so right in the front of your hip. And then circle a couple times each way. And then reverse. Again, hug your knee to your chest. So we're checking in with getting a mild stretch in your glutes, but also in your back. Super simple here. And then hug both knees to your chest. Little roll side to side. So we'll take opposite hand on your right knee. We'll bring your left leg straight up, the right arm straight up. Outer rotation of your arm. Let's reach the right arm overhead as you lower your leg. Keep your chin drawn in a little bit. Keep hugging that right knee and bring your left leg back up and then the right arm back up. Let's do that again. Stretch the arm and leg opposite one another. And then back up. And then two more like this. Reach the arm.
press through your palm as you press your left heel forward. Come on back up, and then one more time. Feel a sense of traction here. Then bring your leg up, your arm up, and switch. So the right leg up, left knee to chest, holding on with your right hand. Take your left arm up. Again, find that outer rotation of your arm bones. So spin your arm out, fingertips point out. Lower your right leg as you bring your left arm overhead. And then back up. Again, arm and leg move away from each other. Back up. Again, two more. Reach. Come on up. And one more time. Arm and leg reach. And let's hold here for an extra breath. So feel the crown of the head reaching back. The chin is in. The heel forward. Just one more breath here. Exhale fully. Bring your leg up. Arm up.
All right, so now we're going to go alternating. Okay, so take the right knee to chest. Hold with your left hand. Arm reach. Leg press out. Bring it back up. And then switch side. Just alternating. So I'm using this to warm up, but also to already create a sense of traction in your spine. All right. So again, you want to make sure that chin is slightly tucked in, so you feel the back of the neck lengthening. Again, right arm, left leg. Back up and switch. Let's just go two more rounds like this. So one each direction is one round. Go back and up. Again. Arm and leg reach. One more time, one more set. Again, right knee to chest, left leg lowers, right arm overhead, reach. Last time. All the way back. And then all the way up. And hug your knees to your chest. All right, little roll side side. Let's lower your feet down. Take the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Rest your arms to your side. Okay? So let's mobilize the pelvis. So we're going to tilt your tailbone in and release. If for some reason that position with the knees wide tucks your lower back, you can simply bring the knees up and have your feet flat. Okay? So again, so rocking that pelvis up and down. So minimal movement. Notice if you tend to overuse the upper body. Maybe if you use the shoulders, kind of shrugging up to get that pelvis to move. See if you can really isolate the pelvis, the movement of the pelvic bone. Again, tailbone lifts, lower, a couple more times. One more. And then bring it back to center and just find that neutral position. Let's bring the knees back up. All right. From here, bring your legs nice and straight. Take the feet the width of the mat. Sweep your arms overhead, starting with your right side. So grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale long. On your exhale, draw the left ribs down towards your left side pelvis, side bending. Coming back up. Again, side bend.
Have courage of conviction.
Come on back up. Two more, side bend.
Every little action only falls onto you.
Back up, and then one more time.
And I don't want excuses.
Side bend. This time hold. You can even rest your head on your left bicep here.
Far too many people
And then start to slide your right foot towards your
want
left.
to be the best.
Bring it back out. Again, slide that right foot to the left. So feel more stretch on that right side of your waist. Bring it back out. Two more times. Slide. Come back. And then one more, this time hold. Keep that right hip pressing down. Soften the ribs. Side bend. If you want more, cross the right ankle above your left. Again, keeping both hips rooted. Deepen the inhale. Long exhale. And then one more. Nice deep breath in. So it's a supported side bend. Bringing space into those intercostals, the side of your back, even through the armpit area. One more. And then slowly release. Uncross the leg first. Take your feet wide. Reach your arms overhead. Okay, let's take it to the other side. So grab your left wrist with your right hand. Stretch the arm overhead long. Keeping the feet in the same position, just draw the right rib cage towards the right side of your pelvis. Side bending. And then bring it back up. Again, side bend. Come back up. Twice more. Side bend. Center. And then one more. Again, ribs to pelvis. So you're crunching. It's like you're doing a lateral. You're laterally flexing that right side, so you're expanding through that the whole left side. And same thing, if you'd like, you can just simply rest your head, your ear onto that right bicep. Keep your gaze up. And now we'll slide that left foot to the right. And then bring it back. Again, slide the foot to meet the right. So that increases that feeling of stretch on that left side. Again, side bend. Bring it back up. And then last time, we'll stay here. Hold. Again, soften those ribs. And then maybe you'll cross that left ankle above the right. Just creating even deeper expansion in that left side. 2 deep breaths. Exhale, and then one more deep inhale. Exhale fully, and then release. Again, arm and leg reach. Interlace the fingers the opposite way that you started today, and then stretch your arms again overhead, feet together, feet flexed. From here, separate your feet the width of the mat, bending your knees. Take your arms straight out to your side. Now you can even take cactus shape, meaning you bend your elbows, roll the tops of your shoulders down. And then from here, we'll drop both knees towards your right. Pause here. Stretch your left knee away from your left hip a little bit. Doesn't have to touch the ground. Squeeze your left glute. Come back to center. And then again, knees to the left. So same thing, pause here, and then give that right knee an extra reach. Squeeze that right glute, come back to center, again, to the right. Pause here, and to your left. Okay, so we're rotating the pelvis, you're rotating your spine. Just one more time each way, going to the right. Okay, and center, and then over to your left. Okay, and then bring it back to center. All right, now go ahead and bend your knees and take both knees towards one side. It doesn't matter which, okay? So this is upper spinal rotation. And this exercise obviously will stretch the front of your upper body, but it also works at deepening that aerobic capacity. So really working at opening through those breathing muscles. So top hand is stacked over the bottom hand. Knees are stacked. You can also slip a pillow here or anything between your knees if you need more support. Okay, let's open that top arm back. And then back to center as you exhale. So again, inhale, open. Exhale, stack your hands. 2 more, inhale, open. Exhale, Stack. And then one more time, let's stay here for a couple extra breaths. So roll that top shoulder down. It may not get all the way down, but use gravity to create more space right across your collarbones, front shoulder. Actively reach those fingertips. One more deep breath here. And then on your exhale, let's bring the top hand to meet the bottom hand. All right, and let's go ahead and switch sides. So come through center. Now bring both knees over to the opposite side. Try to stack your knees the best you can. Stack hip bones on top of each other. And then take your bottom arm straight out. Stack your hands. And on your inhale again, we'll just open that top arm, reaching towards the ground. And then on your exhale, coming back. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, lower. Two more. And then exhale. And then that last one, let's hold. Again, taking 2 breaths here. See if you can deepen that inhale. And no rush on that exhale. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, release. And let's go ahead and come back to face up. Okay, good. So from here, let's go ahead and if you have a ball, grab a ball. If you don't have a ball, grab a pillow or anything that you can slip between your knees for the next one, okay? All right, so again, squeezing those knees into that ball or that pillow. You can rest your arms to your side with your palms facing up. Let's go ahead and squeeze the knees into the ball. Okay, so just a little activity here. Feeling those inner thighs, but also feeling the deeper core muscles activate on this one. And then release. And then again, push your knees into the ball. So again, it's not a full squeeze, right? You don't want to push so hard, but you want a little bit, maybe like a 20% effort as you squeeze into that ball. Okay? So from here, we're going to a bridge. So release first, push your feet into the ground, and then coming up into a bridge. So the first thing you'll do is you'll again squeeze into the ball, and we're just gonna hold here. And so it's a constant pressure into the ball. As you do that, notice if you're arching your back. See if you can take that ski slope out of your lower back. Gently tilt your tailbone in and up as you squeeze those knees into the ball. Just hold it. Shoulders drop down. Actively squeeze. One more deep breath here. Squeeze into the ball. Also feeling a stretch right in the front of those hips. And then slowly release the squeeze and lower down. All right, so we're gonna go into more of a moving bridge. All right, so same thing. Inhale, prepare. As you exhale, squeeze into the ball, lift. And now inhale, lower. Release the squeeze. Again, push into the ball. Lift your hips. And then lower. And release the squeeze. Just 3 more like this. So again, squeeze into the ball. Lift up. And lower. And twice more. Again, squeeze into the ball, lift, lower. One last time, squeeze into the ball, lift, Stretch your tailbone. Stretch your knees forward and all the way down. And release. Set the ball to your side. Okay, we're gonna stay. All right. So let's take your legs in table position. Okay. So I'm gonna do a low back reset after the bridge that we just worked on. So your legs in table. You'll have one hand, and we're going to be alternating. One hand will be right in front of your knee, and then the other hand will be below your knee, okay? So one hand's in front, one hand is under. And it's a push-pull. So you're going towards your hand. So that top hand, you're going to push your knee towards your hand. The other leg, you push your knee forward. So it's a push-pull. You'll hold it for about 5 seconds. And then we'll switch side. Again, push-pull. We'll do this 3 times each side. Again, push-pull. And we're looking maybe 20-30% effort. Release. Do it again. This is 2. Push-pull. Switch. Push-pull. Switch again. One more time each way. Push-pull. Release. One last time. Push-pull. And release. Set your feet down. So ideally, you don't want to move in between. So you want that ball or that pillow to be close by. You slip it between your knees. Feet into the ground. And we're just going to squeeze into the ball. And then release. 10 times. Squeeze. Release. Again, squeeze. Release. This is 4. Release. 5. Release. 5 more. Squeeze. Release. 4 more. 3. 2 more. 1 last. Squeeze. And release. All right, set the ball to your side. From here, knees to chest. Roll to one side as one unit and come on up. Okay. So that was a quick reset for the back. So we're doing that activation by pushing, pulling, and then that isometric contraction by pushing into the ball. Okay, so the next thing we'll do from here is we'll come onto hands and knees. And let's take a cat-cow, and then we'll do hip decoupling to, again, address the lower back and the pelvis. So kind of reorganizing that area. So starting on all fours, and just cat-cow breathing. So pressing the shin bones down. Let's round your spine. Exhale. And then inhale, arch. Melt your chest, open your collarbones, look up, again, press and round. Just 2 more like this. Maybe observing how the back moves, how the shoulder girdle moves. 1 more time, round. And then arch. Okay, and just come into neutral. Now we'll take the right hand forward, just like 2-3 inches. And then your left knee forward, just about 2-3 inches, okay? So you're offset. Opposite hand to knee. So let's from here take a deep inhale. And then on your exhale, you're just gonna bring your shoulder blades towards each other. Let your chin drop. And then you're gonna shift your hips back towards your heels. Again, inhale forward. So on your exhale, drop. Hold it, your exhale, and then shift your hips back. And then inhale forward. 2 more times like this. Again, exhale, drop. Sit back. Inhale forward. Again,
Exhale, last one, drop.
and then go back. Keep your chin in. Inhale forward.
Find neutral. Hands and knees. Other side. Left hand forward. Right knee forward. Again, take an inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, drop the shoulder blades
In, chin in, sit back. As far back as comfortable. Inhale forward.
Again, exhale, drop.
Hold your breath, sit back. Inhale forward.
Twice more. Exhale, drop.
Go back. Inhale forward.
Again.
Drop. Go back. Inhale forward.
I think it's the last one.
I kind of lost track. Here we go. Go back. Inhale forward.
And find your neutral table again. Cat cow. Again, rounding your spine.
Exhale. Inhale.
2 more. Exhale. And inhale. 1 more time. Round back. And then neutral. Good. From here, let's sit on your heels. All right. So, let's work just because we were on hands and knees for a while. I'm just going to do a myofascial stretch for the pecs and front shoulders. So we'll do 2 different ones. The first one, you're going to be lying down, all the way with your legs straight. And you can separate your legs a little bit on this one. So I'll start with my left arm out to the left, so you can see the angle. So you're not going straight out of your shoulder. You're going to bring that arm up. Okay, so at a diagonal, so you're a little bit higher up than your shoulder. Okay, so I'm gonna be in that position. Rather than being straight out, I'm gonna bring my arm at a slight diagonal. I'm gonna be facing down. My right arm is like gonna be a push-up arm, okay? So that hand will be on the ground. And I'm gonna take outer rotation of my straight arm, okay? And then I'll cue you from there, okay? So,
Pubic bone down.
right hand is in the push-up position, or whichever hand, doesn't matter, but that's my right, okay? And then your left arm is nice and straight. So you're gonna turn the head. You can do 2 ways. You can turn your head. A lot of times it's uncomfortable for people's neck, looking towards the straight arm. So you can look towards the bent arm. Either versions are fine. It's typically done with looking at the straight arm, but you can look away. Okay, so I'll face that way so you can see. Okay, so you're pushing that arm. Your right hand is in the push-up position. Now push your pubic bone down into the floor. Okay, so you want to actively push your pubic bone down. And here I'm going to push my right hand, my push-up hand, into the ground. So I'm going to start to roll my left shoulder down. Okay, so if I'm facing that way, and again, it's more comfortable for the neck to be facing away from the straight arm. So actively push into the ground with your right hand. Press your left arm, that left palm forward. You're gonna hold it here for about 30 seconds, or 20 seconds rather, and then we'll release, and then we'll do it one more time. Again, so actively stretch that arm, push that right hand into the ground like you're doing a push-up, so the left shoulder drops down, and release, okay? So we'll do this one more time. So this is a deep stretch for, again, your pec muscles and the front shoulder. So again, straight arm. That arm needs to be totally straight. You pull the back of your hand towards your wrist. Again, push that right hand into the floor, your push-up hand. And then again, push your pubic bone down. And as you push up, you start to press. You try to roll that left shoulder all the way down.
Nice deep breath. Both hips pressing down, pubic bone down. Reach. About 10 seconds left here. Also stretching that bicep. One more deep breath. Push, pubic bone down, and then release. Okay, switching side. So now the left hand or your opposite hand is in push-up. Right arm straight out. Again, find that angle so you're above the shoulder. Facing opposite, most likely for this one. And again, think of doing a push-up. Okay, first, pubic bone down. Squeeze your glutes, okay? And let's push that push-up hand into the ground so you can start rolling that opposite shoulder into the ground. Actively push away, pull the knuckles back. Hold it for about 20 seconds here. Again, actively pubic bone down. Obviously, that shoulder of that push-up arm is lifting while the opposite one is rooting down. One more breath. And slowly release. Let's do this one more time. Okay, so you release that arm. And then again, push that hand down. So push-up arm presses. Opposite arm reaching. You reach with your palm and then you pull your knuckles back. Try to root that shoulder or get that shoulder as close to the ground as you can, but you're actively straightening that arm as you're lifting your opposite shoulder, okay? Keep going, pubic bone down, actively press. One more breath here. Press and release. Yeah, good. So now we're gonna repeat this one more time each side. But this time you'll bend your knees and you'll bring your heels together. Okay, so same thing. So again, bring that hand down into the floor. Opposite arm straight out. Same thing, outer rotation of your arm. And you want to extend your wrist and pull the back of the hand back. Okay, like this. So again, looking towards the bent arm if you need to modify. Or you can look towards the straight arm. Again, pubic bone down, actively squeeze your glutes, push that hand into the ground, that push-up hand, and then start to roll and press that opposite shoulder down. Actively reach, heels pressed together, pubic bone pressing down. Keep reaching. One more. Deep breath, press. Push that hand into the ground as you extend that opposite arm and release. Let it go. And we do this one more time, same side. All right? So getting that deep pec stretch on this one. Again, pubic bone down. Push that push-up hand into the ground and start to roll that shoulder down, stretching that arm. Heels together, hips down. Push and reach with the opposite arm. One more deep breath. And slowly release. All right, second side. Okay, so opposite arm reaching. Push up hand. Last 2 times, we're done with this. So again, heels together. Squeeze those heels. Push up hand into the floor, actively push, opposite shoulder, roots. Again, push the hips down. Reach. That opposite heel way forward. So the arm is totally straight. Pushing with that push-up hand. One more breath here. And then release. Okay, let's do this one more time. Almost there. So again, push, reach that arm, pull the knuckles back, squeeze your heels together. Lots of things to think about. This is a myofascial stretch for the pec major. Keep reaching. 2 more breaths. Actively push that hand, that push-up hand. And then one more deep breath in. And then exhale. And release. Very good. From here, let's go ahead and come on up. Lie onto your back. Okay. And just check it. So let your arms rest to your side. We're going to bring your legs in table position. Bring your arms up. Thumbs, index together. Okay, so actually hold just the thumbs together, sorry. And then interlace the four fingers. Let's do it that way. So arms very straight. Keep your legs in table. You can even slip a ball or a pillow between your knees if you need to here. And let's bring both arms overhead. So like you're doing a pullover. Stretch, hug those ribs in, bring your arms up. Again, stretch your arms back. Arms totally straight. Reach, reach, reach. Bring it back up. So it's a pullover. So I'm starting to mobilize the shoulder blade here a little bit. We're gonna get to some thoracic roll next. Bring it back up. Couple more times. Again, reach, ribs in, low back should be resting comfortably on the ground. So knees are parked right over those hips. Okay, and then one more time. And lower the arms all the way down. All right, let's go ahead and grab your balls for the next series. So say you don't have a pair of balls or of a therapy balls, but you have a foam roller. Maybe you want to do a little thoracic roll. I'm not going to do a lot. I'm just going to work on right between the shoulder blades. So we're going to work on some, again, that kind of arch and flexion of your spine with the two balls between your shoulder blades. Okay? You can use a foam roller instead. So we'll take those two balls side by side, right between your blades. Okay? Now, an option would be to support your head. So if this is a little bit too much, you could place a pillow or a block, a yoga block between your hands, or your head. The first thing we'll do is place your hands behind your head. And let's just inhale and arch back. And then exhale, a little crunch up. Again, inhale back. And then exhale, come up. Just two more here. Inhale back. Exhale up. And then one more time. Inhale back. Exhale up. And come halfway so you're lifted. And here let's take side bend, just like we did in the beginning. But now we've got those balls between our shoulder blades. So you're just going to side bend right and left. Again, to the right and to the left. Couple more times, right and left. One more, right and left. From here, lift your hips and let's start to roll up and down. So you're going right between your shoulder blades. Lift and lower. Up and down. Couple more. Lift. Lower. Once more. Lift. And lower. Lower your hips down. The balls are still right between your shoulder blades. This time, let your head drop. So this is when you may need a block underneath your head. So make sure those two balls are pretty level. Again, right in the middle of the shoulder blades. Take your elbows to your side. And here just start to externally rotate your arms. Again, broadening across the collarbones, the chest. And then inhale, and then bring your palms to face down. So just move back and forth. And then notice when you do that movement, if your back, your lower back, tends to hyperextend. Is there any movement in your lower spine? So can you keep the lower spine neutral as you move the arms? Because Many times we compensate when there's lack of movement in the shoulder blade area. The low back jumps in and helps the movement. It's not supposed to. So right now, see if you can really, and even if you don't come all the way down, but see if you can really isolate the movement here of the shoulders. Right, the arm bone moving in the shoulder. And maybe notice already one side easier than the other. For me, it's my right, so I can feel it. So now the next thing you'll do is you'll take your right arm up, your left palm down, and then you'll switch. So it's an alternate. Okay, so one palm up, the other one down, and switch. Internal, external rotation. Two more of your arm. One more. Good. Now both palms up. Stretch your arms overhead. And then fingertips on the ground. Snow angels, bring your arms down. Palms up. Again, keep your palms facing up as you reach your arms overhead. And then down. Keep the ribs in. Again, notice the back if it's trying to help you. The low back. Two more. Pull. And then reach. One more time. Down. And up. Bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Here, reach your arms up, broaden across your shoulder blades. Then draw your shoulder blades together, squeezing the ball. Again, reach, just two more. And then arm bones down. Squeeze your shoulder blades in one more time. Lift. And together. And then stack your arms over the other. Squeeze and grab the shoulder blades here. And maybe a little sway side to side across the back. And then switch the other arm on top. Again, little roll side to side. Then reach your arms all the way up. And then from here, lower your arms, remove the balls, and lay down without the balls. Good. Take your arms straight out to your side, bend your knees. And let's check in with rotation. So, knees together. You can always get a block or a pillow between your knees or a ball if you need. And let's bring both knees over to your right. Hover off the ground here. Nice deep breath. Exhale to center and to your left. Inhale here. And then exhale to your right. Really take some nice deep breath as you hover. Inhale. Again, working on that aerobic capacity, like getting also the diaphragm to stretch here. Again, inhale. Exhale to the right. Couple more times. Each direction. Inhale, hover. Exhale to your left. Inhale, hover. Again, shoulders stay down. Coming back to center. One more time each way to the right. And center. And one more time to your left. Hover. And back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Little roll side side. Roll off to either side. And come on up. All right. Check the time here. So let's work on a little bit of the hip flexor psoas in a lunge position, and then we'll use the ball for the TFL and right in the hip flexors. So starting with, so I'll face this way here. Take the right knee, right foot forward, and let's come into a lunge position, okay? So I'm just gonna do a little mobilization first. So go ahead and sink into a lunge, sweep your arms overhead. You can keep the back toes curled to help you a little bit with balance here. And then bring both hands down, strain your front leg, and fold forward over your leg. Again, lunge. So we're also gonna stretch those hamstrings as well here, but keeping it fairly dynamic. Reach. Both hands down, straighten your front legs, and come into a runner's lunge. Bow forward. 2 more times. Again, lunge, reach, sink the hips, lift those frontal hip points. Find your core, bring both hands down, and then into your hamstring stretch. One more time, lunge, arms up. Again, hands down, and then fold forward over your straight leg. Okay. From here, let's come into a lunge. We're gonna make the lunge shorter. Okay, so again, fairly short here, so the shoulders over your hips. And then heel toe your right foot out a small amount. And it's from here, take your back foot and then turn it out to the side. But keep your shoulders over your hips, okay? So here you can take the top of the foot down if comfortable. If you need to stay on your toes, do that. And start to reach your arms to the front. Again, find outer rotation of your arm, chin is back. See if you're pushing your belly button back towards your spine so the spine is upright. So that same sense of traction that we did in the very beginning. Okay, so arms rotated outward. Pull the back of the hands towards your wrist. Actively squeeze your left glute as you push forward. Push your belly button towards the front of your spine and actively reach. So not a huge movement here, but a gentle lean forward till you feel that stretch right in that iliopsoas muscle. Actively reach, press. From here, we'll come on up. Inhale, come up. So from this, we'll lean towards your right. You'll side bend towards your right, that bent knee, and then you'll rotate towards your left. Actively reach your hands about shoulder width apart. You're side bending to the right. You're rotating to the left. Actively squeeze your left glute. Reach. This is a myofascial stretch for your iliopsoas muscle, so deep in the belly. Make sure that back leg is internally rotated. That's where your foot is out. Actively reach. Nice deep breath. Side bend a little more to the right. Rotate a little more to your left. One more deep breath here. Exhale fully. And let's slowly come back up. Release the arms. Come onto your knees. All right. And we'll switch side. Okay. So I'll just turn around. Same thing. You'll be taking a left lunge. Okay. So we're starting with just a split lunge. Again, you can have your back toes under if you need a little more support. Let's reach your arms all the way up. So feel that length. And then on your exhale, bow forward. So we're stretching a bit of the hamstrings here. Fold. Again, bend your knee, arms up, stretch up, and down, exhale, and fold forward. 2 more times. Again, inhale, lift, and then exhale, and fold. 1 more. Bend, lift, and exhale, and fold. Okay, it's just a little stretch here so we get a little bit into those hamstrings so they don't cramp up on you. And then from here, let's go into a lunge, but now a little bit shorter stance. So you'll bring that front foot slightly out and then internally rotate your back leg. So you want to bring that foot out to the side, but you're really doing this to internally rotate that right femur, okay? So here, tilt your tailbone in, and then notice your back. It shouldn't be arched, so you want to really push that navel towards the front of your spine. Actively internally rotate that back leg, squeeze that glute. Take both arms forward. Again, outer rotation of your arms, chin is in, and gently push forward. It's not a big movement. Gently push forward, keep your navel drawing in, actively reach till you start feeling a mild stretch right in the bottom, the insertion point of your psoas muscle. So right to the inner upper femur. Reach, press, actively reach again, pushing your belly button in. One more breath here, keep reaching. And then coming up. Here we'll take a side bend. So you're gonna start to shift your ribs to your left, your side bend to the left. Keep your hands back shoulder width apart, but now start rotating towards your right, towards the back leg. Actively reach. That's it. Side bend a little more. Rotate a little more to the right. That's good. Keep reaching. Arms are very straight. You want to lock those elbows. Again, you want to extend your wrists as much as you can. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly release. Bring it down. Okay. And again. Sit on your heels. Okay, good. To kind of wrap this up, so I'd like to work on the frontal part. So we're going to work a little bit on the TFL here. You can take 2 balls. If you have like a bigger size ball, you can just do 1. I'm going to use this one today that's a little bit bigger so I can get into that area a little bit better. And I'm going to keep them in the bag. But it can be really anything. You can simply use 1 ball that works really well. Otherwise, we'll start with the right side. So your left knee will be to your side. You can also have your left leg straight out if it works better for you. I like to have it to the side, so I use it as a kickstand. And I'm gonna have that ball right at the very top of my thigh bone. And I'm gonna start to, staying on my elbows, I'm just gonna rock forward and back. So my back foot is flexed. So I'm on my toes, and I'm just moving up and down. If you have a foam roller, that works as well. And I'm just gonna do a tiny, tiny bit here of that just to kind of complement what we just did with the psoas stretch. This is more getting into like the TFL and the upper attachment of the rectus, that quadricep muscle. So just getting right into that upper thigh area. Okay, and then from here, let's go ahead and bring that back knee down, and let's bend and straighten. Now, if it's too much to be on your elbows, like you could very well do this on your forehead down. Okay, so you can take a little bit of the work of the shoulders here, bending and straightening that knee. And you can travel down a little bit. So I'm going to just kind of move down a little bit now. So down my thigh, but I'm still staying on the upper part of it. 1 more, hold the knee bent. And now I'm going to bring that foot from side to side, emphasizing a little more going out. Okay, so here we go, out and in. So I'm getting to the lateral seam of my thigh 1 more time. Bring the foot down, and then again, I'm just gonna roll up and down a couple times here. Maybe traveling down and out a little more. So I'm getting to that attachment where your TFL attaches right on your IT band. So a little bit more on the lateral upper part here. A couple more times. 1 more. Okay, and let's switch side. So second side. Again, find that place for the ball or the roller, whatever you have. And once more, you're going to be a little bit, so That's the bony part of your pelvis, so you're right underneath there, okay? And whichever position, you can start on your elbows. At some point, you can drop the head and just roll up and down. So TFL. Okay, one more time, forward, back, and now let's bring that knee down. Again, you can rest the forehead here if you'd like, and let's just bend and straighten that knee. Okay, so it's like a soft contract and release. Bend, extend. Next time, keep your knee bent. And now let's start to move that left leg out, lower leg out. So you're just moving out and then back in. Try to move towards the lateral part of your leg. Couple more times. One more. And now extend the leg again, roll up and down. See if you can go towards the lateral part. So you can turn your back leg in a little bit and roll up and down. Just twice more like this. Up, down, one more. And then slowly release. Remove the ball. Lie down on your back. And if you have a strap, grab it. Lie down. So I'd like to do a twist without the strap first. So we'll bring the right knee to your chest, bring that right foot on top of your left thigh, and bring that right leg over to your left, spinal twist, okay? Your right arm, you can bend that right elbow, take it like at that 90 degree, roll that right shoulder down. You can also bring that right arm straight out. Use the left hand to push the right thigh down. Now, you could stay right here, or you can set that right foot on the ground. Then maybe you'll bend your left knee and see if you can grab hold with your right hand of your left foot. Once you have it, roll that right shoulder down. So we're working the twist here. You also, so in addition to stretching the right back and working the twist here, you're also getting that thigh stretch, and as you squeeze your left glute, getting that hip flexor stretch as well. What we're rolling on just a moment ago. So again, right shoulder down, turning your head to the right. Now keep the left foot in your right hand, and otherwise your left leg straight. And then push that right thigh into the left hand. And then release, bring it down. And one more time, push the thigh into your hand. And then release. Keep that right knee down, left hand, pressing on the right thigh. And now actively push your left foot into your right hand. And then release, bring it in. And then one more time, push the foot into your hand. And then release, bring it in. From here, release the foot if that left leg is bent. Bring your right knee back to center. Square up your hips. Okay? And second side. Left knee to your chest. Step that left foot onto your right thigh and start with a twist. And maybe this is it, and you're just working this today. Left arm to your side, either bent or straight. Then bring that right foot down. And if you want a little bit more, again, engage that left thigh, draw it down more. Maybe bend your right knee, and then see if you can grab hold of your right foot with your left hand. Once you have it, tilt your tailbone in, getting to that hip flexor again. Actively push your right hand down onto your left thigh. And breathe. And now I'm going to do a little contract release here. So same thing, starting with your top leg. So push that top thigh into your right hand. And then release. Again, push that thigh into your hand. And release. Hold this. Now right foot, push it into your left hand. And then release, pull it in. One more time, push your foot into your hand. And release. One last breath here. And slowly release the foot. Bring your knees back up. Square up the pelvis, grab your strap. Into your right leg. Final twist here. So you can keep your left knee bent or straighten out your left leg. Actively draw the leg towards you. And now, keeping both straps into your left hand, turn your whole leg in and then turn it out. Okay, so again, turn your leg in and out, in and out. Keep your right leg turned in. From here, bend your left knee and scoot your hips to the right a few inches. And keeping your right leg straight, take that left leg all the way over to your left as you roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. So you can remind that right thigh to press out by bringing your right thumb in your right hip crease. Give it a gentle push. Take the right arm out to the side and overhead. So feeling that length again on the right side of your back. Bring the leg a little bit closer to your left shoulder. One more reach. And then slowly release the arm to the side. Grab the strap with your right hand. Bring it all the way back up. Square off your hips. Left leg long. Right hand on the strap. Bring the leg a little closer to you. Left thigh pressing down. From here, bring your left leg up. Switch. Left foot in your strap. Right leg long or bent. Have your straps in your right hand. And let's turn your leg in and out. Turn it in and out. Again, internally rotate, externally rotate. Next time, keep your leg turned in. Bring it towards you. Bend your right knee, scoot your hips left a few inches, roll onto the outer right leg, and then bring that leg all the way over to your right. Coming into that twist. So again, actively press that outer right leg down, push into the strap, and take your left arm overhead and reach. So getting more length here through that side. Keep rolling that shoulder down. And if it doesn't work with the arm overhead, you can take the arm to the side. Just one more breath here. And then slowly release the arm, take it to the side. Bend your right knee. Bring the strap back up, the leg up. Take your strap now into your left hand. Right leg straight if you can. And then bend that left elbow, bring the leg closer to you. And then float your right leg back up. Have both straps underneath your feet. Bring both legs together, closer to you. Actively push your low back down. Push your sacrum down, legs nice and straight. Pull down on your feet. Draw the thigh bones down. 2 breaths here. I would probably do something with the legs up the wall if I had a wall space here, which would be ideal. All right, and then from here, release the strap. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll side side. Very good. And roll on up.
Okay. All right, everybody. All done for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this format and got a good stretch in that upper body, back, and legs. All right. See you guys later.